said, well, Doctor, we've been married 15 years, and he loves wearing his hat and his boots in bed.
Word of it.
It's true.
No, he's meant it all
I
up.
swear it's true. I half expected the baby to be wearing a bowler hat and booties.
You've been married nearly 15 years, haven't you, Mary?
It feels longer. I don't do
Nonsense, darling.
Not nonsense, it's true.
Yes.
Well, why don't you get the pudding, darling?
Why don't you? It's just behind you.
Oh, yes, right. Good coming up.
I'll get it.
Can I help at all?
No, John. Yeah, you sit down there.
I know you're not really like this. Why do you always ruin?
Yes, Adrian, I've told him 3 times.
Ruin the daylights.
Because it's a
I know, darling, but,
that's why.
but other people haven't had things.
Here we are.
Well,
Never mind, anyway, forget it.
who'd be a doctor's wife? I don't know how you manage it, Carol.
Oh, I found it quite easy.
No.
I can imagine.
Mary, you mustn't.
Why not? I mean it.
I don't think you should have any more to drink, darling.
Oh, do shut up. I'll drink what I like and say what I like. Eat your pudding.
We all feel a bit fed up sometimes, Mary. When Steve's late at the hospital,
I think Mary needs a holiday, Roger.
And what he earns?
Oh, he's doing great well. What's the matter?
Oh, God. Brenda,
Bit your tongue?
I nearly broke a tooth. I'm sorry, excuse me.
You all right?
What's that?
Oh, no.
A ring?
I'd hoped you'd swallow it.
Oh, Mary, come on.
Yes, it is a ring. It's our ring. It's our wedding ring.
Is this your idea of a joke?
A joke? Don't you understand? I can't take it any more.
I'm so sorry.
Is it Mary's ring?
Oh, yes. It has our names engraved on it. And the date of our wedding.
For what that's worth now.
Roger,
Oh, hello.
how are you?
Fine. My last week on nights for the time being, thank heavens.
How's Mary? Haven't seen her since,
No,
morning.
we haven't seen you.
We all go through these little patches.
Quite. Mary went to stay with her sister for a while.
She? Not, Joan that we met at the dinner.
Oh, yes, of course she did. Anyway, since she got back, she's been much better, actually.
Oh, God. Morning, Ali.
Could you take a look at these notes, please?
Certainly, yes.
She's even wearing a ring again.
Oh, smash. Oh, tell Carol she'd be delighted.
I think you were just putting a brave face on it.
Poor Roger.
Yeah, I'm very glad you're you.
You coming to bed?
Mrs. Hutchins? Or have I got to come and get you? What's funny?
Hutchins. That was really lovely to have taken on a name like that.
Got all the neighbours to see it.
No. Want to look at the moon.
conspiracy. The way babies always arrive in the middle of the night.
It's just consistent with the time they're made.
Hutchins. Hello, Roger.
She's left me. Mary, she's left me. I'm so sorry to ring at this hour, Steve, but there isn't anyone else I could talk to. She's taken her jewellery and some clothes. Nothing else. And there's a note. Oh, Steve, I'm so sorry.
Just take it easy. Get yourself a very large drink.
Look, tell him we'll come over.
Hold on. Oh, it's 5 to 3.
Tell him.
Carol says, why don't we come over?
I'm sorry. I really did try to make a go of things. You've never understood me. I guess you're a bit of a failure.
I see. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have rung you. I didn't know what else to do.
It's typically Mary. So bitter. I'm sorry, Roger, but I don't think she'd be satisfied anywhere, with anyone.
Darling, kettle.
And it's true, too, in a way, isn't it? I am a bit of a failure.
You're not. We have it black, darling.
Oh, this is such a dull place.
I quite like this town.
It's hardly the metropolis, though, is it? And you know Mary. So vital, so full of life.
You mean selfish, Roger?
No. In a way, she's never really grown up. She expects so much.
She never thinks of you. That other evening, she might have spared you in front of us all.
Shut up, darling.
No, I owe it to Roger to say what I honestly think. Can't be such a surprise, can it, the way she behaved? Say those things.
That was just the wine. She didn't really mean it.
She wasn't drunk when she put her wedding ring in your pudding. She must have worked it all out and sat there waiting for you to find it. She didn't change her mind all evening, did she?
I think Carol was right, Roger.
Now, come on, drink this.
Yes.
Thank you, darling.
Yes, I suppose so. Oh. I just couldn't live up to her, you see. I am a bit of a failure.
You're not ambitious. None the worse for that. There's too many people shoving and pushing to get to the top.
Have you any idea where she might have gone? Back to Jones, perhaps?
It was the first thing I thought of. She wasn't there. They're just the two of them, you see. Both her parents are dead. Joan said, why didn't I drive over? But well, it's miles away. And I've never really cared for Joan.
When did she leave? When did you find the note?
Well, I'm supposed to be off night duty at the moment, but well, I got a call from Casualty to say that someone hadn't turned up. Car had broken down, something. Anyway, I did his first shift, 10 till 2. But I rang Mary. I explained. She took it beautifully. That was the funny thing. She wasn't annoyed as I'd expected her to be.
No, come on, Roger. Come on. No, you say she's only taken a few things with her. Hmm?
Yes.
What?
Yes, practically nothing at all. She must have had it all planned, you see. To go to someone else. Another man. Oh, I've been blind to let her go like that. But these last few weeks, it's all been sweetness and light. I should have known it was too good to be true. You didn't know, I don't suppose? No. No, of course she wouldn't know if there was someone else. She was so secretive. I never really understood it. All my fault.
Can we get a divorce now?
No. I want her back. I suppose you must despise me. But I'd have her back any time.
You would too, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yes, of course. I love her so much, do you see?
If you ask me, he's better off without her.
God, you've been knocking this back a bit, haven't you? Roger, I changed my mind about the police. I think you ought to go and see them after all.
But when I asked you before, you said you didn't think they'd be able to help.
But she's a missing person. She's been gone. How long is it now?
3 weeks, 2 days.
Yeah. Well, isn't it worth a try?
Yes. Yes. I've applied for a job in a bigger hospital.
Have you? Where?
Cambridge. I can't go on living here without her. I can't take the gossip anymore.
I shouldn't worry about the gossip. You'll soon find something else to talk about, won't they?
That's what they're saying about Mary. I know they're being horrible about her.
Oh, Carol wants to know if you're eating properly. Are you?
Yes. Yes, lots of muesli and yogurt. I'll be yodeling soon.
Right. You go to the police. See what they can do. Hmm?
Yeah.
Well, I'd better go.
Yeah. Well, your wife put it clearly enough, didn't she?
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dr. Ashburn, but if a lady is determined to leave her husband, then, quite frankly, the role of the police is minimal.
But surely she's a missing person.
No. She hasn't tried to contact you at all?
No.
Nor relatives?
Not a word. Look, surely the police must
For the
be...
most part, we act after events, not before, like you do, Doctor. And if, as you believe, she's found someone else to support her, then that really is a personal matter between you and her. I'm sorry, Doctor, but she could be anywhere.
Hello?
Hello, Carol. It's Roger. I'm just off. If Mary should get in touch with you... Carol?
Yes, I'm here. Of course we'll let you know. And listen, you take care of yourself, okay? And if we hear anything, I'll ring you in Cambridge at once. Promise.
Morning. Morning, sister.
Good morning. Oh, I thought it was your day off, Dr. Ashburn.
Yes, it was. But Dr. Greenwood said he'd quite like to see the varsity match at Twickenham, so I said I'd do his shift for him.
Good Lord, you are keen.
Well, it isn't as if I've got anything else to do. You know me, I like to be useful. What was that? Hello? Is that yours? Is that yours?
So, what luxury. I must get pregnant more often.
You only have to ask, madam.
I think it was that night before Roger phoned.
What, done it? You've got another letter?
Again? He is loyal.
Shall I read it to you?
As for living, I have my butler do that for me.
Who said that?
I don't know. Some balmy French aristocrat or other.
Dear both, I'm so busy here, the weeks seem to... What's that?
Disappear.
But even so, Mary is never far from my thoughts. I've made several friends now at the hospital, and Joan wrote last week she hasn't heard from Mary either.
I don't read anymore.
Why?
I don't know, I don't like it.
Why not?
It upsets me. He goes on and on. Maybe it's just me. Just give me the gist of it, the rest.
No, he reckons a couple of the nurses rather fancy him, but to no avail. Oh, he's got this bed sitter, Cherry Hinton. Life and death of the casualty goes on. Love, etc. Oh, P.S. I'll ring next week in case you've heard from Mary.
It's the way he keeps trying to persuade himself that she's coming back. When he knows there's no hope.
Well...
No, it's wrong. It's too much. He can't still go on hoping.
Oh, poor sod. He's devoted to her.
He's more obsessed.
Can't you believe in such devotion? Oh, dear. Poor old Roger.
Excuse me, Doctor. The ambulance service has just radioed in. They're on their way with the road accident victim, and she's got massive head injuries and possible lower limb fractures. Now, I've put the theatre on standby, and the crash trolley and X-ray are ready now.
All right, thank you, sister. Let's go.
Didn't even stop, the bastard. Hit and run.
Do we know anything about her?
Nothing. No handbag, nothing.
I can't get a pulse, Doctor. I reckon she's gone.
All right, let's have a look.
Made a right mess of her.
Oh, my God.
Hey, come. You know her?
My wife.
Wife?
It's Mary, my wife. She's dead.
All right, come on, lad. Come on. There's nothing more you can do here. Come on, let's get you inside. Come on, mate, that's the way. Come on. That's it. Come on.
Turned out to be the doctor's wife. She's dead. You've been wanting her stuff?
Yeah, I suppose so.
My condolences, Dr. Ashburn. Must have been a terrible shock for you. Why? Why Mary, of all people? You were clearly very fond of her. Yet you were separated.
Yes. She left me.
But I'd always hoped she'd come back. Hadn't heard a word since last May. Assumed she'd found herself a rich man. But judging by those... They're pretty cheap clothes, aren't they? Too proud to ask you for maintenance, I dare say. You'd like this back? Yes. My wife and I did that. What? Had our names and the wedding date engraved on the inside. Sentimental, but nice. Miss Hunter?
Yes?
I'm sorry about this, but we did ask Dr. Ashburn if there were any other next of kin.
Of course.
If you'd come this way.
Thank you.
Please wait here, Dr. Ashburn. We won't be a moment. In a case like this, we like corroboration of identity. Awful for you, I know, but the staff here have tidied her up. Well?
Yes, that's my sister Mary.
Do you know, darling, I think I prefer you with dark hair.
Do you?
I thought we might need a little fortifying before Joan arrives.
What shall we drink to, darling?
Oh. We'll drink to the coroner's report, and to the insurance policy, and to the clause doubling the amount awarded in case of accidental death.
Here's to £250,000.
Courtesy of Premier Life Assurance.
I gather I'm welcome since you left the door on the latch.
Joan, yes, of course, darling. Come in, have some champagne.
No, thank you. I can't afford to develop expensive tastes. Not on my share of the proceeds.
Really? 10%? £25,000?
Not enough, darling. If I hadn't kept you hidden in my flat till the right car crash victim came along, and if I hadn't identified that victim as my sister, where would you be?
Are you asking for more?
I want half, or I'll go to the police. Tell them how you slipped Mary's ring onto the dead woman's finger. How you...
But no crime's been committed.
Fraud. You aren't dead, Mary, are you?
Officially I am. That's the beauty of it. And I was cremated, too.
The missing Jacqueline Smith was cremated.
She's still missing. And there's no suspicious circumstances.
There will be. Unless...
You're an accessory to the fraud, Joan. As guilty as we are. So don't be greedy. Or my new wife and I might just have to think of another plan.
You wouldn't.
We've got the experience now, dear.